Toyota is developing a new engine that it claims will change the entire automobile industry game. We are working with the government to create infrastructure and pursue emissions-free technologies. While the whole world is blindly running in the race of electric cars, there is one company quietly moving in a different direction, and that is Toyota. While other automakers have accepted EVs as the only way forward, Toyota has done what no one imagined. Their engineers have created an engine that has shaken the foundation of the entire EV market. Now the question arises, has Toyota discovered a truth that remained hidden from other companies? Is this just technical stubbornness, or is there a big vision behind it? Let's explore the strategy that has brought a new twist in the EV race, and you'll be surprised to learn what it's all about. Before we go into details, subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated with the latest in technology. Today, Tesla, BYD, and many leading companies in the world are considering electric vehicles as the solution of the future and are rapidly investing in that direction. Governments are also offering subsidies and creating policies to promote EVs. But the reality is the world is not fully ready to adopt EVs all at once. The biggest challenge is the charging infrastructure. Even today, many cities, especially in rural areas, lack sufficient charging stations. On the other hand, the metals used in EV batteries such as lithium and cobalt are rare and expensive. Their mining impacts both the environment and human rights. Beyond that, the availability of electricity and the capacity of the power grid are major concerns. If millions of people start charging EVs at the same time, the current energy system could collapse. Electric vehicles also face limitations in long-distance travel, heavy cargo transportation, and cold climates. So while EVs are certainly a part of the future, they aren't the right solution for everyone or everywhere. Toyota is not jumping on the all-electric bandwagon like other car makers. While brands like Ford, Volkswagen, and Mercedes are racing to ditch gas-powered cars and go fully electric, Toyota is hitting the brakes, saying, "Hold up, let's think this through." Toyota believes the world isn't ready to go all in on electric vehicles just yet. They're concerned that pushing everyone toward EVs too fast could backfire, leaving people with fewer affordable or practical options. Instead of chasing the electric vehicle hype like Tesla or Rivian, Toyota is taking a different road, one that says electric cars aren't the only answer. Now don't get it twisted. Toyota isn't afraid of change. These are the folks who brought us the Prius back in 1997, the world's first widely successful hybrid. It was a game changer. The Prius combined gas and electric power, paving the way for cleaner vehicles long before EVs went mainstream. Toyota has been innovating for decades, just not always in the way people expect. So why is Toyota dragging its feet on EVs? Some say they're just protecting their business. Others believe they're actually on to something. Toyota is betting on hybrids and even hydrogen power. Instead of going fully electric, they believe this mix makes driving more practical and affordable, especially in places where EV batteries or charging stations aren't viable yet. Back in 2021, Toyota made a bold move that raised eyebrows at the COP26 climate summit. Automakers were asked to pledge to stop selling gas-powered cars by 2040. Most companies signed on, but Toyota said, "Now we're good." Instead of committing fully to EVs, Toyota promised to continue working on a range of technologies, EVs, hybrids, and hydrogen. This decision stirred up serious drama. Critics said, "Toyota, what's the deal? You gave us the Prius and now you're holding back." Environmental groups accused Toyota of stalling progress, but the company stood firm. While places like California, the EU, Canada, and Australia are planning to ban new gas cars by 2035, Toyota is waving a caution flag. Yes, those plans sound great for the planet, but there's a catch. Not every country is ready for EVs. Toyota sells cars in over 200 countries. Many of them don't have enough charging stations, reliable electricity, or the financial capacity to support EV adoption. Imagine trying to drive an EV in a place with no chargers or frequent power outages. It's a recipe for frustration. Toyota is saying, let's not leave millions of drivers behind by forcing EVs before the world is ready. This statement reflects a broader philosophy that sets Toyota apart from the growing wave of automakers jumping headfirst into the electric vehicle revolution. While the global narrative increasingly champions EVs as the ultimate solution to climate change and automotive pollution, Toyota is taking a more nuanced, calculated approach. The company isn't against progress. It's advocating for inclusive and practical innovation. Rather than pushing a one-size-fits-all strategy, Toyota is deeply aware of the real-world limitations many regions face in adopting EV technology. For Toyota, it's not just about selling cars. Their mission goes beyond profits. They're focused on ensuring that people everywhere, from bustling cities to remote villages, can still access reliable transportation. In many parts of the world, especially in developing countries, the power grid is weak, unstable, or even non-existent. In such areas, gas stations are far more common than electric vehicle charging points. Forcing electric vehicles into these markets would not only be impractical, but could also alienate millions of people who depend on internal combustion engine vehicles for daily life. The idea of going fully electric might sound progressive and futuristic in a tech conference or a policy debate, but in practice, it's far from universally feasible. Now let's dive into the leadership vision behind Toyota's strategy. Specifically, the role of Akio Toyoda, the former CEO of Toyota and the grandson of the company's founder. Serving as CEO until 2023, Akio Toyoda was not your average auto industry executive. Known for his straightforward, bold leadership style, he wasn't afraid to challenge popular opinions or go against the grain. Under his leadership, Toyota adopted a stance that was often seen as contrarian in the EV-obsessed landscape. But to Toyota, this wasn't about resisting change. It was about realistic progress that considers the needs of people and the infrastructure realities on the ground. Akio Toyoda repeatedly emphasized that Toyota isn't anti-EV. In fact, the company has invested heavily in electric vehicles, hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and hydrogen fuel cell technology. What he did question, however, was the industry's blind rush to go fully electric without considering the broader implications. He argued that putting all eggs in the EV basket might lead to unintended consequences, such as resource scarcity, energy shortages, and affordability issues. Toyota believed that while electric cars may work well in regions with strong infrastructure and wealthy consumers, they are not yet a viable global solution. His stance was often met with criticism from environmental activists and industry analysts who saw Toyota's caution as a delay tactic. But in reality, Toyota was advocating for balance, flexibility, and long-term sustainability. While other automakers were racing to catch up with Tesla by announcing aggressive EV targets, phasing out ICE vehicles, and pouring billions into battery factories, Toyota quietly continued to invest in a diversified portfolio. They doubled down on their strengths: hybrid technology, hydrogen-powered vehicles, and cleaner internal combustion engines. Rather than viewing traditional engines as obsolete, Toyota focused on making them cleaner and more efficient. The company's hybrid systems, like those in the Toyota Prius, proved that it's possible to significantly reduce emissions without relying solely on batteries or plugging into the grid. These technologies offer a bridge, a transitional path for markets that are not yet ready for a full EV leap. Toyota's commitment to hydrogen power is another piece of this puzzle. Hydrogen fuel cell vehicles like the Toyota Mirai offer zero-emission driving with the convenience of fast refueling times and long range, benefits that battery EVs often struggle to match, especially in commercial or long-haul applications. While hydrogen infrastructure remains limited, Toyota believes in building the ecosystem gradually, working in partnership with governments and other stakeholders to create a long-term sustainable alternative to fossil fuels. In short, Toyota's approach under Akio Toyoda's leadership reflects a deep understanding of global diversity, not just in culture or geography, but in infrastructure, economics, and environmental realities. Instead of forcing a radical transformation that only works in developed markets, Toyota is crafting a path forward that includes everyone. This strategy may not generate flashy headlines or boost short-term stock prices like EV-only startups, but it offers something even more valuable: a thoughtful, inclusive, and realistic vision for the future of mobility. Toyota isn't just asking how we can go electric, they're asking how we can get there in a way that works for everyone.